For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept, a recursive translation is when something is taken from one language, translated to at least one more, and then converted back to the source language. The results can be quite interesting. Anyway, let's go. Mariko. One night in New York, Logan saves a man named Taishin Asano from an attack by members of AIM, armed with secret weapons and metal tools of destruction. Asano tells Wolverine about the whereabouts of his missing lover, Mariko Yashida, and the whereabouts of Shingen, the leader of the Kuzuryu crime syndicate, whose father is Mariko. It is said that Mariko arranged to marry a man named Hideki Kurohagi in order to increase her business. In order to find Mariko, who was kidnapped in New York last year, Logan travels to Tokyo and rescues the Yashida family, only to be found by Shingen. After defeating his henchmen, Shingen challenges Logan to a fistfight. Logan doesn't fight Shingen's gladiator, but Hideki fires and shoots him with a poison stick before being dragged away by his claws. Yukio. After Hideki medicates Logan with a drug to slow his healing process, Logan loses the fight, and Logan's body is taken to the railroad tracks by Shingen's henchmen. Asano follows the men to save Logan, but finds that Logan is missing. Logan wakes up in his room and is being guarded by an assassin named Yukio. Logan goes to Asano's office to report, but Asano is stabbed in the heart with a thin knife. When the police arrive at the scene, they find Logan and Yukio standing near Asano's body. The two escape and kill the Yakuza who try to ambush them. Outside, a mutated Kikyo named Mikage, who has the same power as Wolverine, appears on the roof, ready to fight Wolverine. Bellflower. As Logan and Kikyo fight, the other police arrive and find the two destroying the area. Kikyo flees and Logan retreats. Mariko remains silent as her father practices the Lando, but she laughs when she hears Hideki tell her father that Logan is alive. Yukio and Logan search for clues and members of the Yashida family to unload the cargo from the ship. They are waiting for the police to open the car and then arrest the family members. Logan then throws a Molotov cocktail and sets the ship on fire, freeing Hideki before he can escape. Mercenary Omega Red, who came to Japan to get Logan, captures Logan with a long metal vine. Omega. Logan's fight with Omega Red was important to him, regardless of his recovery. While retrieving one of Logan's Black Ops missions, he must infiltrate a Soviet-era weapon and steal the source of its power. This weapon destroys the life of any weapon that comes into contact with carbon fiber, a translation of the experimental diamonds of the KGB. While stealing the power source, Logan falls on top of Omega Red and leaves him to die in a cave under the ice. In the present day, Omega Red blames Wolverine for the injury his body sustained during the attack without the synthesizer. To buy time and escape, Logan throws a fireball at Omega Red, which explodes and destroys the tank. Wolverine is resting in an empty room when he sees the presence of an assassin. The presser is actually bait for Red Omega, who brutally blasts him in the face and pushes Logan into the wall, defeating Yukio. 5. Logan releases Omega Red's restraints, and the fight spills out into the street. Meanwhile, Shingen takes Mariko to Madripper in a private plane. Yukio throws the ring at Omega Red, and Logan uses it to cut off Omega Red's right arm and smash the barrel into his chest, defeating him. Logan notices that Mariko will soon go to Madripper and take a lamp with the X-Men symbol on it, while Logan and Yukio go to the Yashida family, AIM. At Yashida's house, Kikyo is waiting for Logan to quickly end the battle. When the police enter the house with a search warrant, Logan and Kikyo fight it out at the top of the tower. At the home, which was unoccupied, an autopsy report was sent to police who work with Asano, saying hair was found on Asano's teeth and DNA proved Logan's innocence. At the top of the tower, Omega Red tries to fight Logan with his new cybernetic right hand, but Logan destroys the box in Omega Red's chest and wins. This fight weakens Wolverine, and Kikyo says that he will not fight Logan in his current state because it is against his code of honor. After the battle, the X-Men ship Blackbird appears, piloting Cyclops who take them to Madripper. Minute. Logan introduces Yukio to Cyclops, who is on his way to Madripper. After freeing the duo, Cyclops returns home. Yukio and Wolverine are ambushed by thugs and easily finish them off. Logan continues, leaving Yukio to deal with the thugs alone. When Logan reaches the other shore at night, the clowns jump on him and marvel at his power. Two bikers chained Wolverine's legs to a truck, drove him to a pole, and hung him up. Logan is unfazed as he cuts himself and steals the car. When the crowd chased after her, the young girl swung a knife at the men, killing them. The girl says that she saved Logan in hopes that he can help her, but Logan refuses. Logan demands answers after revealing that he is working with the others in an attempt to stop the surgeonfish. He asks her why she wants to kill Kurohagi, but she doesn't answer. He told Logan where to find the surgeonfish in the tallest tower on the island called the Dragon Palace. Meanwhile, blindfolded, Yashida cut the candles on the table, lined the flat edge of the sword, welcomed the guests to his daughter's wedding, and through them on the pillar is a golden statue of Kurohagi's father. As Kurohagi greets Yashida, his informant tells him that Logan is on the island. Despite Min's warnings, Logan chooses to go. Realizing that Wolverine is on the island, Surgeon Fist sends the giant warrior Moadak to get him, causing panic around the island. The creature lands in front of Logan and announces that he will not be leaving. Vidaka. When Vidaka attacks Logan and Min, he tells them that the statue is Hideki Kurohagi and is the spirit of Madripoor. But the statue cannot be removed unless the seal is broken. As they flee, angry mobs attack and Logan leads them to their deaths. Logan tries to protect Min, but an enemy team chases and attacks them. As the crowd flees, the figures block them with Logan, using an invulnerable bone to protect Min's hand from Vidaka. Logan removes the claw from the wall, beating Min to escape, but is captured by the villagers. Yukio saves Min with his ring, and Wolverine resumes the fight. Vidaka kicks Logan into the house behind him, and Logan heads first and fights through a large area. Yukio quickly pours dry cement over Vidaka to give Logan a chance to escape. Thinking that Vidaka is trapped in cement, Logan and Yukio head to the island, but the figure slips and attacks them. Min arrives and uses a steam pipe to blow his arm to distract Vidaka long enough for Logan to run to the scene of the fight, but Yukio hides under the trash. In the rubble, Min is about to say goodbye to Logan when the group approaches him, saying that Min is a friend. When Logan tries to leave, he grabs a stick and throws it at him. He meets with Master Kor Logan, who offers Logan a deal. Meanwhile, Kikyo arrives on the island and kills 4 villagers who attack Logan while searching for him. Ko tells Logan that the wedding will take longer than planned, and they need Logan's help to win Madripoor's secret war. Elsewhere, Vidaka escapes from the robot AIM. Ko tells the surgeon that the surgeon took over the island and is Yukio's grandfather. But this has nothing to do with Logan. As the cameras roll on Ko's stage, Hideki shows Yukio on the screen and tells them that he will kill Logan if he doesn't leave. Core. When Yukio is sent to Ko's base, Logan says he needs to save him before he dies in revenge, which Ko doesn't believe. They trouble the Surgeon General. When Logan arrives at Ryugu's castle, he allows him to attack him with his own, and Ko gives Logan a map of the route, straight to Ryugu's castle. It is called the Road to Hell, because of the stories of those who entered it. But if you are caught, you will die. The detectives, watching Yukio play with the gun, point out that they are guarding the castle with light weapons. While the people are sleeping, Yukio uses the weapon on the wall to save himself, but is helped when Kurohagi watches the people. The viewer Yuiko was killed by the arrow, a more powerful and deadly version of the arrow used in Logan on the Yashida family. Logan easily disables this system and uses the fortress to destroy the locked door and free Yukio. Logan takes the tranquilizer dart, and the other heads back to Hell Road with him. Journey to Hell. Logan and Yukio enter the Road to Hell, and Yukio explains the history of the road's construction. Hideki's father, Juo Kurohagi, just arrived upstairs. Therefore, they meet in the trap, every step in it, and cannot go. They were on foot, but the cavalry were destroyed by the spear. As they jump from one trap to another, they fall into the traps with the spear underneath. Meanwhile, Kor leads his men down a secret path that Logan has not revealed. After meeting his grandson Yukio with Logan, he devises an ingenious plan to defeat him. As they fall, Logan uses his claws to grab the wall and cling to Yukio. The occupants, realizing they are alive, try to close the door, but Yukio manages to get out and open it for them. Logan struggles to escape, but the two continue to encounter traps and other villagers. Meanwhile, Vidaka finds Hideki, who upon learning that Logan is not dead and that Logan is on his way to Hell Road, is enraged and demands that the operation begin immediately. When it becomes another trap, Logan and Yukio break through, killing local enemies in the process. With the lifting of conspiracy traps, there can be changes in relations and chaos between criminal groups. The two approach Ryugu's castle, but it melts and gets stuck into the ground. Logan leaves the road, so Hart and her friends leave the road and find a way. Enraged, Logan transformed into Wolverine, and Yukio escaped the trap and killed the enemy who was trying to kill them. Kodo finds Logan and asks his men to break through the barriers and get between him. They reach the top and meet Kikyo. Shingen. Logan tells Kikyo that he doesn't have time to fight, and Kikyo lets Logan go, but he has no intention of fighting a weak opponent. As Logan clears the way, Hideki Kurohagi betrays him and Logan throws a gun at him. The arrows will stop when they hit the forest around the cut field. He finds out that he hired Kikyo to kill Logan, but he refuses to do it because he has another Avenger on his payroll. Hideki unleashes a version of Vidaka on Logan, and a battle begins between the two killing machines. Logan is beaten by the super powerful Vidaka, but he does his best not to get hit by Vidaka's feet. However, despite his efforts, Logan loses and receives serious injuries from Vidaka. When Vidaka fell on Logan, the walls around him collapse. Ku and the others run after Yukio, and Kurohagi yells angrily at the Vidaka robot. When Kurohagi orders his men to shoot the villains, Kikyo arrives and arrests them, saying that they are evil and intolerable. Logan escapes from the wreckage and tends to his wounds so he can continue fighting, but Vidaka does the same. Vidaka goes to Logan and knocks out Min. Fighting Kikyo is helped by the same thing. He tries to keep Yukio alive, but he dies in his arms, telling the doctor to stop him. Enraged, Kikyo uses a windmill, but to no avail. Logan tries to figure out Vidaka's weaknesses, but Kikyo agrees and pulls a sword from her other hand and uses it. Logan grabs the spear in front and stabs Vidaka in the head. Black Creeper. Logan manages to get Ryugu into the castle, and Yukio and Ko follow him, with dark thoughts of revenge. Between them, Shingen was waiting for those awesome sword skills. The Doctor and Mariko's marriage is about to begin, but will Logan hope for time to prevent it? Logan has a final battle with Shingen inside Ryugu. At the same time, Yukio is getting closer to the final battle, while Kurahagi makes one last attempt to make Mariko. It all comes down to this. How will Logan save his beloved? It's all the same thing. Thank you for the registration question.